Welcome back to my channel. I am Audrylin, Zerilda, KOMTERE, Nauses. Nauses for people who do not speak my tongue. It's not a coincidence that Nauses is associated with the Gnostic belief. And Nauses has two syllables, no and ses. No, which is the anagram for Anu, and ses. In the past, ancient times, we didn't have vowels, so it is SS, which stands for Isis. SS is Isis. And so Nauses stands for Anu and Isis, the oneness of Anu and Isis. And I am also Anu Mena, the beloved of Anu, and Ma'an, Mother An. Today's message is about one of my daughters of my recent previous lifetime, my grandmother daughter. It is her birthday. Both my firstborn and my second last-born daughters shared the same birth date, which is the 18th of August. Now, this message is specifically to the one who was born on the second last born, Dina Kweti Twati KOMTERE. And the message is also to the Divine All, to our Divine All and our united galactic powers of my divine mission and earth mission here on earth this lifetime. This message is mostly to set her free from the guilt of the past. But before I get there, let me explain the meaning of her names. Dina means judged or delicate. Twati means to raise someone as your child, to twadi, to make somebody your child. Kweti means to make someone human. And then KOMTERE was the last name of her husband. Now I've explained to you how we are using names to tell our story, the story of the throne, the story of the slavery of my people, the story of how they have stolen our throne. So with me talking about her today on her birthday is very important, because with the different dreams and revelations I had about her in this lifetime, it is important for me to address that and also to let the nefarious ones know that they do not have any hold on her anymore, and that they will not have any access to her or to her energy in any form, shape, or fashion, to use her the same way they have used her as a young adult against my throne, against our earth. Because once the throne is in the hands of the nefarious ones, it creates havoc on this earth. It brings our creation and everything we represent into an imbalance. And that's the reason why I have come back as the mother to restore my art or balance here on earth. Now you can tell now already from her name, Dina, the one that was judged, because the nefarious ones infiltrated her. I have spoken about how an Indian guy wearing khaki color pants came to her at her workplace and gave her a bottle of oil, which was a manipulative substance, witchcraft, in the guise of medicine that will help her with her headache, which actually was meant to make her forget things and to manipulate and control her so she could not speak her truth, or so she could not tell the truth to her children and children's children about our royal bloodline, about our throne and our birthright. And because she was also used against her older sister, Ida. So, the first very important thing I want to mention after this Indian betrayer that was definitely sent by the nefarious ones, because they know lifetime in and lifetime out, they have been using different people, including those in the family, to steal our throne. Lifetime in and lifetime out. The important dream that I had about her, well, all the dreams are important. I'm just putting everything together so you understand why I'm setting her free from her guilt. Yes, so I can set her free from the guilt that she has carried into her transitioning or death, and even after her death in the spirit realm. In 2022, when they were doing the ritual of merging my twin soul with my cousin. Now my cousin stays at my grandmother daughter's home at the moment, and they came to that house to perform their ritual. I saw that in the spirit. That was Beyonce, Jay-Z, and the group. You know, they'd have portals, and they use forbidden magic to open those portals and to perform rituals and malefic things towards and against people. So this is what happened on that day, November 2021. That day even, she spoke through me and told them in the dream, you are transgressing, you are violating and going against the wrong fire this lifetime. You have touched the wrong fire this lifetime. And I mentioned that, and I also posted that on Facebook in 2021, November. That was the first violation and ritualistic violation of these beings during my awakening stage. The first dream of her being given that oil to that by the Indian guy was before this ritual that they have come to do at the house. So you can see their pattern. The third dream was when she and I were together at a function that these beings were having. But this was now in the spiritual realm. We were present at that place. She was the older one as she was in this lifetime, and I was the younger one as the daughter now, although I'm the mother. So we were sitting on the stadium seats, and these beings were dividing, or they were having a ceremony where they were dividing books and awarding rewards to one another. And then she shouted out in the dream, and she said, they are rewarding each other and dividing our throne amongst themselves. And I wanted to stop her, to keep quiet, so I could probably observe more, but I was trying to calm her down. But she kept on. She raised her arm to the heavens and she said, they are rewarding one another and dividing our throne amongst one another. So that was her call out for help to heavens, for intervention. That was on 4th March 2023 this year. Then the fourth dream was where it was revealed that she came back as my child, as Miracle, who was born in 2008. She only left 12 days, and we know the meaning of 12. And 12 is also the number of my hours of horrors, as the horrors of the throne of this earth. You must understand that I am twofold. I have two books. I have the book of the mother and I also have the book of the daughter. So I am the mother-daughter of the throne. There was a time that I was doing a prayer session and I have a banner in my room, the banner of miracle. And as I was praying that specific night, I had a vision, because that night I decided to face that, sleep in the direction of the banner. And then the revelation came that she was the daughter that was born, or that I was pregnant with, and whom I delivered through the C-section. Because she was a breached baby. I've explained the breached baby thing in one of the videos, but I will explain it again so you understand the reason why I say I am freeing her of her guilt, because she was used by the nefarious ones, which they also continue to use her younger daughter in this lifetime. My cousin's mother is her youngest daughter. So they continued the same pattern of using her bloodline or using her daughter to again try to come against me, the mother and daughter, and against the throne. So what happened is, when she was born, or before she was delivered via the C-section, she was a breech baby, which means she was standing up tall or straight. And what it means normally, spiritually. Some people have a different interpretation of that, but my divine essence and divine interpretation is, when she came as a breech baby, she didn't come as a natural born child, because only a child that is born of the mother's womb, through the birth canal, through the vagina, that is the only child that qualifies, because it is a natural birth. C-section is not natural. So the fact that she stood straight in my womb at the time of delivery, and it was even the 8th month. So 8 already, we know 8 is a number of build or destroy and build, or build and destroy. It's also a number of karma. What goes around comes around. So she was born on the 8th month. On the 9th day, finish, end of the cycle, end of betrayal, end of the enemy stealing our throne. And also the hidden number 11, which is 20. 1. So that was her life path number. So that qualifies her. That's birth event qualifies her standing up against the nefarious ones, saying, you will not steal our throne again, because I am not coming through as a natural child to again take or steal, or for you to use me as a tool or as the daughter to steal our throne from us again. So she was delivered by the C-section. I didn't breastfeed her. She didn't even wanted me to breastfeed her. So all those, my channels of the breast and my channel of the birth canal was closed to her, because she had to make things right with me, the mother, and with the throne of this earth. That was divine order. That was her divine correction of what she has done, or what she has allowed. Because when she was controlled by the nefarious ones, through that oil that they gave her, and through threats that they have given her, not to talk to her children about us, about our throne, about her birthright, the throne right, she saw the vow of silence, and she couldn't tell her children and children's children about who she was, who her mother was, and who her daughter, the firstborn, that was now my mother, who her firstborn was. She couldn't tell her the truth because the enemy was using it, the nefarious ones were using it. Based on all these dreams and revelations, on her birthday, I am setting her free. I did already once when I got the revelation in May that she was the daughter, miracle, that I gave birth to, or that was delivered through the C-section. And that she made things right with me, that she corrected her wrong. And I forgave her already. But I am making this public so that the nefarious ones know that they do not have no access to her anymore, to her energy and to her image. Because with the graveyard ritual that they were doing, they called up her spirit. You know, these beings, the nefarious ones, have disturbed the realm of the dead as well. And that's what we have come to restore as well. So what happened is they were doing a ritual where they presented a corpse or a dead body that looked exactly like me, my clone, a clone's body. And they were telling her, I am dead. Audrylin is dead. So they wanted to, or they were performing a ritual to steal the throne again from her with her permission, because they have to get permission from someone. They cannot just come and steal. They must get permission from someone. But they didn't know that the throne right was not in her hands by the time that they were performing the ritual, because it was already in the hands or in the life of my mother-daughter, or my holy grail, through whom I was born. So, nefarious ones, you do not have any access to Dina, Kwadi, Kwedi, ANKHCESTORS anymore. The rituals that you have done amounted to nothing, because the divine already neutralized it in 2008 when she was born as miracle. So your rituals were all in vain. And with that awareness, I am setting her free and letting the world know, letting the divine family, the divine order, the divine judges, the divine council know that she is now free of the guilt that she had carried into her death and even into the spirit world. That she is no more guilty of the offense because she has righted, corrected her wrong. So on this day of her birthday, both the firstborn and herself, I am wishing them a great and beautiful, miraculous Earth Day or Earth Remembrance Day as the mother. And that I am going to bring our throne back home. Because she corrected it already 2008, the rituals that they were doing with my cousin, using her youngest daughter, also were already neutralized. Because that didn't work, that's the reason the throne was successfully transferred to me in this lifetime, in October 2022. So nefarious ones, you will not use Dina Kwadi ANKHCESTORS' image, her energy, or her spirit, or consulting her spirit to use it against me, against the throne, and against my mission. Now you are under judgment, because I am aware of what you have done, and I'm aware of how to set my people free through my words, to set her free as my daughter, because she has righted her wrongs. She has corrected her wrongdoings. So she is free. As you know, we have made you human. If we say we have made you human, you understand what we mean, because many of you are totally not even human. The ones that have infiltrated the vessels of human beings here on earth. I'm speaking to the draconian reptilian fuckers and all their allies. We made you human. You are parading around on this earth as humans. That's what her name means. We made you humans. We raised children for you. Or you stole from our wombs the Easter seeds or the Easter eggs that you were selling, which you were dividing one another and auctioning there at the event that she and myself were observing before she called for divine judgment. Now you must know judgment is coming upon you. The ones that were dividing our throne rights, our images, our books of lives, because that's what it was. It was it was books that they were dividing each other. So books of life, like the fucking Elon Musk, with the Mother X clone nonsense, and the Buckingham Palace with the Rihanna clone that is breeding my seeds for them. That was the division of the books that they were doing, our books of life, different people. Now I tell you, your works, your plots, your rituals and spells are not going to work against me. I told you that already. Not even death rituals will save you. Now, there is no other ritual stronger than death. Now, if I tell you not even death will save you this lifetime, then you must know every other thing that you are trying against me is nothing. So understand, you have no access to my grandmother daughter, no access to her spirit or to her energy or to her soul or to her bloodline. And if you do that after I have declared this, you will double your punishment because it is already by the doorstep. So you leave her alone. She is a divine being. We will restore her. We will revive her. And as the mother and as an immortal or divine mother, I am telling you this. You cannot touch my seeds because they are one with me. And that's the reason she had to come back and make things right with her divine mother through her birth. And even during the times of her in the hospital, we had battles that were going on between us and the other side, which were presenting themselves as the dark force. Now, let me just say dark because I know darkness is not evil or it is not malefic or malicious. So during that time with her in the hospital also, I was witnessing in the spirit the fight that was going on. And she had to die because she had to save herself, not to be used again, and to make sure that I finished the mission and why I came into this effort. So that is the story. So that closes the chapter of you stealing our throne, nefarious ones. That has closed that chapter because she came on the 10th month, the 9th of the 10th month. 10th month, which represents the beginning, the ending of the old cycle and the beginning. In her 8th month, destroying and rebuilding. So October 9th, and she was only 8 months in the womb to correct the karma in the womb. Born on the 9th means ending of the old cycle, ending of being used against the throne. And then the month, which is October, also 8, Oct is 8, but according to the calendar of these beings nowadays, it represents 1 also. So you can see she has done her work, and I acknowledge that as the mother, and therefore I present this case as the divine mother of the throne for the total release of her, because she was judged because of what she allowed in this lifetime. So she is free. Her spirit is free. Her mind is free. Her energy is free. Her bloodline is free. And the nefarious ones will not use us or use her against me, or use her children or her bloodlines against me. Because I am the only authority on this earth right now. When it comes to the throne of this earth, I am the only authority in this lifetime. For I am, and I was married to no man who can claim any part to this throne of this earth right now. No man that was married to me that can claim any part to the throne of this earth. So remember this, nefarious ones, you are fucked.